Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about dividend decision and investment decision. Before we start this topic, let's review what we have learned before in this chapter. Business finance, financial management, objective of financial management, role of financial management, functions of finance or financial decisions. Under financial decisions, we learn financing decision. Now in this chapter, we are discussing about dividend and investment decision. Dividend refers to that part of profit which is distributed among its shareholders. Dividend means the part of profit, that part of profit which is distributed among the shareholders, and dividend decision is concerned with the disposal of profit as to how much of the profit should be retained for investment and expansion, and how much to be paid out as dividend to the shareholders. The decision regarding the distribution of dividend should be taken by a company considering the various factors. In simple terms, dividend decision means the decision concerning the distribution of profit among the shareholders. This decision also affects retained earning decisions. High rate of dividends affects retained earning as less amount of capital, whereas high rate of retained earning results less rate of dividend to the shareholders. So, the dividend decision refers to distribution of surplus of profit among the shareholders. Dividend decision, it directly affects the decision concerning retained earning. In this chapter, we are learning while deciding the dividend to the shareholders, the financial manager need to keep concentration on following factors. Cash flow position. Payment of dividends is the outflow of the cash. Company can declare high rate of dividends only when company has high cash inflow, whereas shortage of cash, company may declare low rate of dividends. In simple term, high cash inflow indicates company may distribute high rate of dividend to the shareholders, whereas shortage of cash, company may distribute low rate of dividend to the shareholders. Earning and stability of earning. Dividends are paid out of current and previous year's earnings if there are more earnings, or if the company has high rate of earning, company may declare high rate of dividends, whereas during low earning, the company may distribute low rate of dividend to the shareholders. Similarly, stability of earning, if the company is having high and stable earning. If the company is having high and fixed earning, company may declare high rate of dividend to the shareholders, whereas unstable earning, company may declare low rate of dividend to the shareholders. Growth opportunities. If a company has a number of investment opportunities, if company has the investment opportunities, if the company is getting the chances to expand their activities, So the company requires more retained earning. It means when the company has higher growth opportunities, company requires more retained earnings, so company may distribute low rate of dividend to the shareholders, whereas low growth opportunities, company may distribute high rate of dividends. Stability of earning. Under stability of earning, if the sometime the company determines a fixed rate of dividend to the shareholders, this stability of dividend has a good impact on the share prices of the company. Companies increase their dividends when their earning potential has gone up. So in simple term, under this system or techniques, the company may declare fixed rate of dividend to the shareholders irrespective of earning. In this high rate, if the company is having high earning, company may distribute same rate of dividends, whereas low earning, company may distribute the same rate of dividends. Preference of shareholders. While deciding dividend to the shareholders, the preference of the shareholders are given importance as the shareholders are the owners of the company. If company is having large number of retired and old shareholders, company may declare high rate of dividends as large number of retired and old shareholders, they expect regular earnings. Whereas if company is having large number of wealthy and young shareholders, then company may declare low rate of dividends because young and wealthy shareholders prefers more investment so that more earnings. Taxation policy. According to the taxation policy of the government, the dividend income is a tax-free income for the shareholders. In this system, dividends are paid to the shareholders after making payment of tax from the company. So means if the tax rate is high, company may declare low rate of dividends, whereas if the tax rate is low, company may declare high rate of dividends. Access to capital market. If capital market can easily be accessed by the company, it means if the company is easily able to access the capital market to issue the securities, in such a case, company may not need to depend on retained earnings, so company may declare high rate of dividends, whereas if it is difficult to access the capital market, then company need to depend on retained earning, so they can distribute low rate of dividends. Legal restriction. Provisions of the Companies Act relating to payment of dividends must be followed by the Companies Act. According to the Companies Act has given certain provisions regarding the payment of dividends, and apart from the Government Act, there are certain internal provisions of the company. That's why whether the company has enough flow of cash to pay dividends, the payment of dividends should not affect the liquidity of the company. In simple terms, there are legal restrictions as company can distribute dividend to the shareholders only when the company is earning profit. In case of loss, the shareholders do not have a right to get the dividends. Contractual constraints. When company takes long-term loans from financial institutions or financiers, the financial institutions and financiers may put restrictions on the distribution of dividends. Stock market reaction. The declaration of dividends have a good impact on stock market, as stock market usually reacts in a positive manner to increase in dividends. On the other hand, a decrease in dividend can have a negative influence or impacts on stock market. Now we are going to discuss about investment decision. Investment decision refers to investment into the fixed assets and investment into the current assets. It means this decision refers to careful selection of assets in which funds will be invested in the business. Investment decision is the most important decision as it involves the large amount of funds. Investment decision is the most important decision as investment into the fixed assets involves the large amount of funds. And these decisions cannot be reversed easily. And due to this, the investment decision is most important decision. The investment decision is the most important decision due to long-term growth. Investment into the fixed assets involves large amount of funds, and these assets brings return in future, and future prospects or growth of the company depends on investment decision only. Large amount of funds involved. Investment into the fixed assets involves large amount of funds. If wrong proposal is selected, it may result in wastage of huge amount of funds. That's why investment decisions must be taken carefully. Irreversible decision. Investment into the fixed assets involves large amount of funds. If these decisions are required to take back, these decisions cannot be taken reverse easily. If it is required to reverse, it involves the expenses or the cost. Risk involved. Investment into the fixed assets involves large amount of funds, and these assets brings profit after long period of time. Until that long period of time, company need to bear the loss. Let's understand the factors affecting investment decision or capital budgeting decision. I may forget to explain you what is capital budgeting decision. Let's define again. Investment decision refers to investment into the fixed assets as well as investment into the current assets. But when the decisions are related to investment into the fixed assets only, then it is known as capital budgeting decision. Whereas the investment into the current assets is concerned to working capital decision. The factors affecting investment decision: cash flow position. Whenever company is investing large amount of funds into the fixed assets, that investment proposal must generate sufficient cash to meet day-to-day operations. Return on investment. The most important criteria to decide the investment proposal or rate of return, it will be able to bring back for the company in the form of income. Means, under this, the financial manager need to compare various investment proposals, and among these various investment proposal, the financial manager may select those investment proposal which brings high rate of profit. Investment criteria. Along with return, risk, cash flow, there are various other criteria which help in selecting an investment proposal, such as technical feasibility, financing feasibility, and economic feasibility. So in this video today we are discussing about factors affecting dividend decision and investment decision. Rest part we will discuss in another video. Have a great day.